let's presume that you're a very pessimistic person or a very realistic person. And you say, well, what's the fundamental reality of life? You say, well, it's suffering and malevolence. It's like, okay, it's a hard argument to forestall. But I don't think it's true. It's true, but it's not the final truth. The final truth is, despite the fact that that's true, the ability of the human spirit to prevail is more powerful than death and evil. That's the truth. And you know that. You know that. First of all, you know that because you're ashamed that you're not everything you could be. You know that because the people that you admire are people who manifest courage in the direst of straits. And you know that as well because when you meet people like that, and you're not like that, they shame you. That speaks to your deepest possible instinct. You know what you could be. And you know, too, that you see people contend with situations that are so difficult that it's truly a miracle that they can contend with them. Where do you go to seek out what's of ultimate value? Well, what's the fundamental reality of life? You say, well, it's suffering and malevolence. You say, well, it's suffering and malevolence. The ability of the human spirit to prevail is more powerful than death and evil. So that's the thing, is that it's necessary, if you're going to stand up straight with your shoulders back, to confront the darkness of the world head on, to take responsibility for the tragedy of existence and for malevolence. That's what it means. That's what the Christian injunction to take the sins of the world onto yourself means. It means it's your bloody problem. And to confront Satan in the desert is the same idea, is that not only do you have to take on the tragedy of the world as if it's your responsibility, but you have to contend with the spirit of malevolence while you're doing so. And it's in doing that that you find your destiny. That's where you find the highest of possible values. And that's the call. And that's the call to the nobility of being, because you might think, well, what could possibly justify your life more thoroughly? What could make you the best player of all possible games than to take the tragedy of the world onto your shoulders and to fight with all your ability against the malevolence in your own heart? Of the human spirit to prevail is more powerful than death and evil. So you say, well, it's suffering and malevolence. It's suffering and malevolence. It's suffering and malevolence. Despite the fact that that's true, fight with all your ability against the malevolence in your own heart.